I remember we talked about where the agents get stuck at 20, 30 deals and not being able to go forward. So they need a community of a support, and they need that kind of, and when they plateau, they need that little bit of a push to get to the next level of their business. Without a goal and setting a goal, you're just shooting in the dark. You have no direction. One thing I always describe the Align Group as is a strong chain of stainless steel connected together, and one without the other is impossible. So we are one entity, and if one of these loops is rusted, is not doing what it's supposed to do, is not aligned with the other loops, then the chain breaks. Now, one thing that I'm going to make it as an example. Sohail, one of our top performers, every time he writes the contract and he makes either a multiple listing contract or a contract of purchase and sell to represent the buyer, right after getting an accepted offer or getting a listing signed, he always comes into the chat and says, Axel, thank you so much for providing this template, because it just saved me almost an hour of looking for clauses and subjects and many other things. Everything is ready. Time is the biggest asset that we can find in real estate, and you will recognize that when you're in a high level of a performance. And time management and finding time is very valuable, specifically when you are on a high performance, which I see you getting in there.
Hey, welcome back everyone to our channel. And Axel and my name is John Tsai, and it's Axel Ziba. We run the Align Group together at eXp Realty. And last week we talked about really why people join our group and how we can help agents get to really the next level of production. If they're stuck at around that 15 to 20 mark, how can we get them to break that plateau? And so we talked about during the call what kind of hard assets, what kind of resources, what kind of tools really that we give agents so they can go to the next level. So, without further ado,
jumping right
let's
there,
jump right into it.
Yeah, I remember we talked about where the agents get stuck at 20, 30 deals and not being able to go forward. So they need a community of a support, and they need that kind of, and when they plateau, they need that little bit of a push to get to the next level of their business. And to enhance that a little further, in real estate, we all know it's a lonely business. And if you are a single agent listening to this, you may doing amazing, you may doing fantastic right now, but at one point, and I have experienced that, and I know John has experienced that, as a single agent, he actually did 149 deals. Of course, we had the admin support in there. And I was stuck at a level myself. But in order for us all to get to the next line of a business where we actually want to expand our business and scale our business, we need a community. There are different reasons that people join a team. Now with eXp, we have many different options, but we're not concentrating on the eXp today. We want to concentrate on the tools and system and why the Align Group and why the team. And for that, I go through interviews on a weekly basis. Sometimes they qualify, sometimes they don't. But we want to give everybody a chance, that's for sure. We feel that we can grow as one altogether. One thing that I know every interview that we do is based on the Align Group core values. We just want to make sure the values that we have, is it really aligned with the other party that we are talking to? And those are 7 alignments that needs to be placed. One thing I always describe the Align Group as is a strong chain of stainless steel connected together, and one without the other is impossible. So we are one entity, and if one of these loops is rusted, is not doing what it's supposed to do, is not aligned with the other loops, then the chain breaks. So we want to make sure that it's a strong chain and it's a strong environment for everybody that joins us, and hence the interview that comes into power. For that, I always start by asking a question of what was it that brought you to even think about joining a team? What is it that you feel like you need to join a team? And what is your expectation? And John, why don't we do this actually together? So why don't you be an individual agent, and let's discuss this as we do on our interviews, and assuming that I ask the questions that I need to ask, but let's concentrate on tools and systems so the people that are watching this, they know exactly what the Align Group offers. Sounds good?
Yeah,
Let's
sounds
go
good.
ahead and do this. So John, tell me, there are different motivations of people joining the team and the expectation that they may have. What is the reason that you want to join the team?
Well, I want more support, and obviously, I'm just getting my feet wet in the industry here. Obviously, I have done a few deals myself, and I believe that I can get more support. So I'm really looking to have you explain to me what resources and tools that the Align Group has, so I may be able to plug in and contribute at a high level, and really what the team can do for me and how I can contribute to the team. But more importantly, I want to look at the resources and tools.
You know what? That's absolutely fair. And thank you for sharing that with me, because that's important for us to get you to the next level. And for that, do you mind if I share my screen with you in that case?
No, go ahead.
So let's go ahead and we're just going to give it a chance in here. All right. So here's the screen that I can see. I know exactly where you're coming from. Why don't we just go right and dig deep right in here? I know you need support, and some of these tools that may not be coming into a power for you right away. However, the way that we have set up the systems for you to take advantage of course, we want you to do it as the time passes and when you're using these tools, not to get confused of, oh my God, there's so much, so I don't want you to get overwhelmed. But let's just jump in there and discover them. Number one is your goal planning. Without a goal and setting a goal, you're just shooting in the dark. You have no direction. And for that, you and I will be going over the daily goal planner. We're going to go over the monthly goal planner and also your annual plan. And that is an enhanced way of setting you into your business. Now, of course, what we offer at the Align Group is not only the manual business planning, but also a digital way of business planning, which you set your goals based on your income level. You set your goals based on your personal expenses, as well as your business expenses. So you and I are going to be spending quite a bit of a time setting that in a very real way. So we know exactly what you need to be and where you want to go. Based on that, again, we're going to have another session together, and we're going to be dissecting that a bit further based on the area that you're in, based on the audience that you want to approach, and based on where you want to be. And we're going to set up your marketing approach. The personality you have and the audience that you want to serve, it needs to match. And for that, we're going to guide you right through on how to market yourself. So this is a map on where you're going to be starting with the Align Group. First and most, we're going to be guiding you through our website. And if you can see from my website right here, we have the member login, which you log in from here with a password. And of course, you and I will be jumping into onboarding session. On the onboarding session, as you can see, there are a bunch of branding and compliance that we have to go through, but also I will navigate you through going over some of the modules that is recommended in order for your business to take shape. And for that, we have to go through fundamentals of real estate. You gotta niche down. You gotta let me know who your audience is based on your personality, based on who you want to be, who you want to serve, where you want to serve, and what values you offer. And based on those, when you are finishing with the 6 W's and fundamentals of real estate, we're going to guide you toward the goals and planning. So going back into goals and planning, which is right here, we have the daily goal planning, we have the monthly goal planning, and we have the annual goal planning.
Awesome.
All of these are also done in a digital format to make it easier into just punching your numbers in there and getting the result.
Perfect.
Based on that, John and I, of course, we're going to analyze these numbers and we're going to see where you really want to go. And that's where our mentorship and coaching comes to power, because now we really know your business and yourself. Building it from there on, of course, there are further tools and values. And based on your core values that you have matched with the Align Group, you can build your buyer's guides and seller's guide. Now, of course, we have a templated way on that. And if I can show you a version of that, I have to go to, let's say this is joining the Align Group. If I go to the HighNote right here, So this is an app that we use in a backend for many of our presentations. So let's say if I have to quickly jump in there and do a buyer's guide, you can take a look at the templated way that we have for the Align group. And this is pretty much what it looks like. So if I go to the presentation, that's pretty much, it has every single avenue of what the buyers they have in mind as the questions. And you can certainly customize this to your advantage. So you can put your video right here. You can put your name right there. You can customize this to yourself. This is one of the biggest value that I can offer.
I could utilize this HighNote page, put my name and my own email on there to make it mine as the agent.
Completely yours. Absolutely. Perfect. These are all customizable. We have the training for that. So I will guide you through the training video that how to do this. It's super simple. And I can tell you, if I go back and show you the a seller's guide that we have, and this is pretty much the Align group templated one, which it can be yours. You can put your name in here as Ryan has, as you can see in here. He hasn't done much of the changes, but you can see that he has worked on a certain property right there, and he actually proposed it as a pre-listing package. So this is something of a value that when we use this kind of tools and systems toward the sellers, and you can even put your video right here a day before you meet them, they actually getting to know you, and you have an advantage to what the other listings right there.
So it's really plug and play for me as the agent.
Absolutely. Super simple.
Yeah. Okay.
Super simple.
Awesome.
And for that, so you're going to get your buyer's guide and seller's guide all templated, ready for you, customized to you with your own branding and the way you wanted to have that done. Going further, we have the buyer document checklist and seller document checklist, in addition to all the EXP resources, the wonderful resources that EXP has to write a contract. Now, one thing that I'm going to make it as an example, Sohail, one of our top performer, every time he writes the contract and he makes either a multiple listing contract or a contract of purchase and sell to represent the buyer, right after getting an accepted offer or getting a listing signed, he always comes into the chat and says, Axel, thank you so much for providing this template, because it just saved me almost an hour of looking for clauses and subjects and many other things. Everything is ready. Just play and plug in right there for you. All you have to just duplicate it based on the scenario of the offer that you're writing down. And I'm always there making sure I can review the documents for you, for the benefit of your buyer, and guide you through it.
Yeah, because the thing is, when we plug and play, we save a lot of time, which we get to focus on what's really important, is going ahead and building relationships with our clients and going out prospecting for more new business. While on the back end, this is all taken care of. It's all streamlined, so then you don't waste any time on any sort of admin and getting ready.
Time is the biggest asset that we can find in real estate, and you will recognize that when you're in a high level of a performance. And time management and finding time is very valuable, specifically when you are on a high performance, which I see you getting in there. And moving forward, of course, the member access to all past recordings and trainings. If you can see in here, we were talking about the onboarding sessions, but we also have all the trainings right there that we have done with the Align group. They're tremendous, and including John's private YouTube coaching that they all get an access on many different topics. I don't expect you, of course, to go through this and spend time on this unless you come across to any, let's say, owner builder homes. Then you have the resources, and just clicking on this one, it will guide you how to deal with that scenario. This is a valuable situation. In addition to what EXP offers in their educational side, it also very enhanced, and I'm always there to help you in any case as well. Now we have a property portfolio for investors. That is something that, let's say, if your niche market are investors and they want to have the cap rates or the profitability level of a property, specifically with Vancouver turning into a multiplexes and multi-zonings, and they want to know whether it's going to make sense for them to make that investment or not. We have a portfolio for that, for investors to get into and practically understand where they're going to go from today's investment until 5 years later. If they rent it out, what will be the scenario? I put together an Excel sheet that it's very, very handy right there for you to go for. Going further, follow-up boss. Now, of course, with EXP, you have a free access to Bold Trail, and they are amazing system that has the branded website as well as the CRM all in one. You can put a little bit of the money right behind it for your advertisement. At the Align Group, we decided to go with the follow-up boss as a CRM. It's a little bit more friendly, and we found that people find it way more friendlier, and it's more integratable with many other things that you want to accomplish. And for that, of course, you will be also guided through online leads if you are someone that wants to receive those online leads and nurture them. At the same time, you're going to get the leads, but you're going to also know how to talk to the leads and how to navigate through the conversation. So we have 3 calls, and that's practically right here, as you can see, from Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, which will guide you toward how to have this type of conversation with those leads that are coming into your follow-up boss. So you get skilled in terms of closing, higher closing rates. Moving further, of course, based on our system that we are dealing with a third party that provides our websites, as you can see at the Align Group, this is our own website. Every team member, they have their own landing pages. So if I put down my first name, axel.thealigngroup.ca, you can see that is my landing page. That is specific to me. And that's exactly going to be for you. So let's say if I search, let's say an area right here, and click on this area, and let's say click on this home, on the right side, as you can see, that's me right here with the name of the Align Group, and of course EXP Realty. We have a senior mortgage specialist as a partner that they can also help you through getting the right amount of the attention that your buyers requires. This one, it's been given to you for absolutely no cost to you. You can put an advertisement behind this. You can run campaign behind this. And every lead that comes through this, when they sign up, it goes directly right to your follow-up boss. So you can take advantage of this, of course. Going further, the weekly prospecting clinic, that is also something that we do offer on a weekday calls. Mondays and Wednesdays with a channel that many of our team members come together, and they keep each other's accountable by making calls, sending emails, doing social media recording, whatever that helps you bring an ROI into your business. There's 2 hours Mondays, 2 hours on Wednesdays, every week, and it should be done, of course, on a daily basis, but these 2 are publicly based on the team coming together and keeping each other accountable, calling their leads, connecting with their leads, and making conversation.
Yeah, so I'm going to go on those calls where I can get coached. I can, listen to others and learn from others, and then get feedback as well in real time.
Absolutely. 100%. And if, let's say if you had a conversation with the lead that didn't go the way you expected it, you can always ask for a feedback, and the team is in there to guide you through the conversation.
Perfect.
One of the biggest assets that the Align Group offers is our client events. And this is something that is exclusive to the Align Group members. It is an opportunity to invite your past clients, the people that you've been in connection with, your COI, everyone that you know, into these events and be in front of them without a doubt. One of the biggest things that I want to highlight is used to be 66%, but now almost close to 90%, as per BCREA report, of the past clientele, they choose a brand new agent. And the reason being is because the agents are not in front of the past clientele more often than they should be. So the past clients, they forget about you if you're not there. One of the biggest things that you can make an impact on is client events. And for that, thanks to John and his wife, that they organize these events for us. They are amazing, and we do have a page for that you can see the past events by going to our website and take a look at those, of course, resources, and take a look at the past events and see how beautifully it was done. And every time we're at these events, many of our team members, they have received referrals, they have received businesses without even asking for it, because the environment is just provides it.
Perfect.
Next level, of course, we have many exclusive educational seminars opportunities within the Align group on a weekly basis, as well as on many separate seminars and get-togethers that John has, such as Dominate events, which it's very educational, done on an annual basis, that you can get exclusive prices for the Align group and practically jumping in there. Team meetings and many one-on-ones. Of course, when you're part of a team, I remember I made that comment on a different video. One of our team members, Masood, he actually made a comment that if you are on the Align group chat, you don't really need to read or educate yourself for any real estate cases. Because if I come in there and ask the questions, everyone comes in there and participates, collaborates, and answer their questions to help out. And practically, if you are participating in that chat, in that community, you feel extremely supported. And in addition to that community chat, I'm here, John's here. We can always guide you through many one-on-ones chat that you may require based on your privacy and many other things to guide you through your business. On a weekly basis, we publish a weekly newsletter. It's fun, it's educating, it recognizes our winners or transaction supports and many other news that needs to be published on a weekly basis. It's very engaging. And on Monday's meeting, of course, we're going to go over that and we expand it. And it's very interactive, and team, they love this interaction right there. We already talked about the HighNote app in terms of you getting a customizable buyer's guide, seller's guide. But one of the biggest assets that you can use the HighNote app, as I said, is for your pre-listing package. That I remember in my days when I was sending my pre-listing packages, 99% of the time I got all that listing. I was a winner every time I sent that pre-listing package because they got to know me and it was very professionally done. In our community, we have different chats for different things. So you may ask, okay, we have almost about 65 people in our team right now, and we're keep growing the community of the Align group. How can we follow up with these chats so nothing gets missed? Of course, we have a general chat room for the team members to participate, collaborate, and help each other. Then we have a pre-sale chat room. So if you have a question about the pre-sale or you want to know about the pre-sale package out there, since the Align group is also part of the pre-sale community, and we're extremely active on that. And through many of the developers that recognize us as a VIP members, you can simply take advantage of it. We also have an accountability chat group that is managed by John himself. That's one of the things that we take very, very seriously, because real estate business, we need to keep each other accountable. Not only real estate business, any entrepreneurship, they need accountability level partnership. And for that, the team members coming in there, they talk about their wins, their achievements, their concerns, their insights, and it's a chat that it can really improve your morale and get you going and firing up. Not a motivational base, but in a way that it actually keeps you focused on what your goal was and why you wanted that goal. We also have the door knocking chat room. We have commercial chat room. We have the iShot chat room. And speaking of iShot, some of the vendors that we work with, such as Bella Staging, the iShot, that they come into power for helping you with your listings. They provide extreme support and better rates for the Align group itself, because of course we're giving them a lot of business and we have an extreme relationship with them, so you can simply take advantage of that. The other thing I want to highlight in there is that the Align group is also part of the EXP luxury. Now, if you ever have any listing taken that you want to impress your sellers and take advantage of the luxury, then we are part of the EXP luxury, then you automatically become one too. And you can certainly impress your sellers by providing what the EXP luxury does, and you don't have to spend that money with EXP. That is given to you and is absolutely free to use. Another tool that is not mentioned in here, and it's not a tool but an advantage, immediately upon you submitting to become part of the Align group, you are also becoming a medallion presidential member. Now, thanks to John's performance, thanks to the Align group achievements for the past few years under the Align group chamber, we have gain tremendous amount of support and rewards, that you are becoming part of that. Any listing that the Align Group has is your listing. Any buyers that the Align Group has, it's your buyers. Consequently, any transaction that the Align Group has, it becomes your resume. So you immediately become part of a transactional frequency that you can put as a resume when you're talking to your buyers, when you're talking to your sellers. You can immediately let them know that you're part of an active real estate team. And that is used to be top 1%, but now under medallion winner with the presidential membership with the board. You become immediately part of that. Based on the tools and system, of course, everyone that joins the Align Group, they have different motivations. Some people like yourself is looking for tools and system to improve their business. Some others are joining the team to get more collaborative support from an environment that is provided for them. Some others, they're actually coming and join the team to get better help with their listings and with their buyers so they can spend more time with their family. There are different ways and different motivations of joining a team, and based on those, we provide all the avenues to support them.
Axel, it looks like to me that if I were to join the team, that I will have all the tools and the resources, whatever they are. Thank you for showing all those resources and tools. It's basically designed for me to save time, to have more support, to have more collaboration, more mentorship, more coaching. So I can not only have more knowledge, more know-how to get to the next level, and actually support me on the admin side so I can move faster.
100%. And you just hit a nail in there, because no matter what level you are at the real estate business, we got you. We got you set up in a way that it can leverage your business into next level. Our goal as a team is to grow together. If you're doing 0 deals and you just joined a real estate as an agent, or you have 18 to 20 transactions and you want to grow to double your transactions, we have that system, we have that support for you.
Awesome.
And that is exactly what makes Align Group a specialty in many different levels to support you.
Awesome. So, we'll end the role play right there. But Axel, thank you for explaining everything, all the hard assets, all the resources, and all the tools, basically designed to help agents move to the next level. Guys, if this was valuable to you, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and share it with a friend who's considering coming into eXp Realty or real estate in general. These are the resources that we provide. All the teams and all the brokerages that you interview out there will have different resources. And today we just went through all of them that we have to support you. So once again, go ahead, like, subscribe, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the next video. And if you finished the whole video, thank you so much for watching until the end. If you're truly interested in having a chat with Axel himself to go through and take a deep dive on what the resources actually are, you want to take a look, go ahead and book a call with us. Axel's Calendly link is right below here, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you very much.